Professor Bruce Bohosian, President of the American University of Armenia, Ms. Jana Andreasyan, Minister of Education, Science, Culture and Sports, Republic of Armenia, Mr. Rafiq Mansour, Deputy Assistant Secretary for Policy, Bureau of Educational and Cultural Affairs, U.S. Department of State, Mr. John Alelo, USAID Armenia Mission Director, Ms. Jennifer McAndrew, Chief of Public Diplomacy Section, U.S. Embassy in Armenia, Mr. Nathaniel Austin, Cultural Affairs Officer, Public Diplomacy Section, U.S. Embassy in Armenia, Professor Lawrence Pintak, Founding Dean, Edward Murrow College of Communication, Washington State University, distinguished guests and colleagues. My name is Hagop Yakubian, and I am the Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences at the American University of Armenia. It gives me great pleasure to serve as Master of Ceremonies today as we launch the project titled Establishing a University Partnership to create an MA program and Center for Excellence in Journalism in Armenia. And as we sign a Memorandum of Understanding between the American University of Armenia and the Washington State University. I am very pleased to announce that the American University of Armenia, through its College of Humanities and Social Sciences, was recently awarded around $1.2 million US, $1,184,795.97 for transparency, by the United States Department of State. The grant was announced by the US Mission in Armenia. This is a 4-year grant that will be used to fund the development of an MA program for journalism, as well as establish a Center for Excellence in Journalism in Armenia. The project will also entail establishing partnership with Edward Murrow College of Communication at Washington State University. AUA has a long-standing relationship with US funding agencies, including the US Mission in Armenia and the US Agency for International Development, USAID. One of our earliest partnerships goes back to the year 1996, when AUA received a grant from the US Information Agency, USIA, to establish a Master of Laws degree program, which is one of the functional academic programs in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences today. As we celebrate the launch of this project, President Bohosian will address us today, followed by remarks from Ms. Jana Andreasyan, Deputy Assistant Secretary Mr. Rafiq Mansour, Professor Lawrence Pintak, and myself. The event will conclude with signing of a Memorandum of Understanding between the American University of Armenia and Washington State University. The estimated time of the event is around 30 minutes, and it will be followed by a reception. I thank you for being here with us today, and I also thank those of you who are following us on live stream provided by the AUA Media Lab. So now I invite AUA President, Professor Bruce Bohosian, to address the audience. Mr. President.
Thank you, Dean Yakubian. Distinguished guests, Madam Minister, Deputy Assistant Secretary, we will be joined soon by Madam Ambassador. Please allow me to first welcome you to our university. We at the American University of Armenia are proud and grateful to be the recipient of this important grant from the United States Department of State and USAID ASHA, since the inception of this university, the US government and USAID ASHA have supported AUA in various ways, and this marks another link in our long-standing partnership. With this grant to establish a Center for Excellence in Journalism, we look forward to working alongside our colleagues at Washington State University to implement this project and eventually launch a Master's in Journalism degree program. We are convinced that this program will be of great benefit to Armenia and the wider region. This federal award follows 3 other grants received by AUA from the US government. One of these is the STEM-Gen Integrate initiative, which designs teaching and learning resources intended to transform teaching and learning methods for STEM education. Recently, we were also awarded a 2-year grant for an English program for media and public relations professionals. In 2021, USAID and American Schools and Hospitals Abroad program also awarded the university over $813,000 to establish a media lab on our campus. And I'm pleased that USAID Mission Director John Aiello is joining us today. We're thrilled to embark on this journey of establishing a Center for Excellence in Journalism that will serve as a hub for research, practical training, and continuous program enhancement. In democratic nations, a healthy and independent press is vital. This new center will champion journalism as a reputable and valued profession in Armenia, supporting efforts to increase the dependence and the capacity of journalism in the country. Within the framework of this program, our partnership with Washington State University's Murrow College will prove invaluable in expanding the program's reach and influence, to also include resource sharing, faculty exchanges, summer internships in the US for a select number of enrolled students, training of working journalists, and topical research initiatives. I'm looking forward to signing an MOU a little later with Dr. Lawrence Pintak, who is also here today representing Washington State University. The MA in Journalism, which will be established at AUA, will equip working journalists and journalism students with the mindset, the knowledge, the skills necessary for producing high quality, accurate, credible, and ethical journalism congruent with international standards and best practices in the field. Along with the opening of the AUA Media Lab, the MA in Journalism will advance the university's overarching objective of promoting research among students and faculty. I have no doubt that the Center of Excellence and the graduate program established by this grant will strengthen not only AUA, but also Armenia and the region at large. On behalf of the entire university, I'd like to once again express my gratitude to the United States Department of State and the United States Mission in Armenia, as well as Washington State University. I would like also to thank Minister Andreasyan for joining us today and for sharing her comments with us shortly. And a special thanks to my colleagues in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences for leading this important project, Dr. Hagop Yakubian, the Dean of the college, along with Dr. Micah Hilson, Program Chair of English and Communications, and Ms. Siranush Harutyunyan, Manager of the Office of Research and Grants Administration, will be managing this project, and it's a pleasure to work with all of them. Thank you to all of you for coming today.
Thank you, President Bohosian. I now invite Ms. Jana Andreasyan, Minister of Education, Science, Culture and Sports. Mrs. Minister.
Շնորհակալ եմ։ Հարգելի պարոն Պողոսյան, հարգելի պարոն Մանսուր, պարոն Ալելո, հարգելի հյուրեր, ներկաներ, թույլ տվեք կրթության, գիտության, մշակույթի և սպորտի նախարարության անունից բոլորիդ սիրով ողջունել և շնորհավորել այս կարևոր համագործակցության մեկնարկի առիթով։ Իսկ որ ծրագիրը կարևոր է եւ առիթը կարևոր է, կարծում եմ որևէ մեկս դրանում կասկած չունենք եւ այն աշխատանքները, որոնք նախատեսվում է իրականացնել այս համագործակցության ծրագրի շրջանակներում, ամբողջությամբ համահունչ են այն մարտահրավերներին ու խնդիրներին, որոնք կանգնած են այսօր Հայաստանի առջև։ Գիտեք, որ մենք գտնվում ենք բարձրագույն կրթության բարեփոխումների ակտիվ փուլում եւ ավելի քան կարևոր է զարգացնել միջազգային համագործակցությունը մեր բուհերի միջև, ավելի քան կարևոր է համատեղ ծրագրերի ներդրումը, ավելի քան կարևոր է որակի նոր ստանդարտների եւ չափանիշների սահմանումը կրթական բոլոր ծրագրերում։ Բայց հատկապես թույլ տվեք ընդգծել այդ կարևորությունը լրագրողական կրթության ոլորտում, որովհետև մենք ձեզ հետ միասին ապրում ենք մի ժամանակում, երբ որ մեդիադաշտը որոշում է շատ բան, եթե ոչ գրեթե ամեն ինչ։ Եվ կախված դրանից, թե ինչպիսի որակով աշխատանք են տանում լրագրողները, շատ բան մեր հանրային կյանքում կարող է փոխվել։ Եվ ուրեմն այդքան կարևոր է, որպեսզի լրագրողական կրթության որակը, բարեվարկությունը լինեն այնպիսին, որպեսզի մեր հանրությունը առաջին հերթին իրացնի տեղեկացված լինելու, օբյեկտիվ իրողությունները իմանալու, վերլուծություններ ունենալու եւ այդ ամենի հետ մեկտեղ սեփական եզրահանգումները անելու հնարավորությունը։ Ու ես շատ կարևորում եմ, որ այս ծրագրի միջոցով մենք հնարավորություն կստանանք լրագրողական կրթության նոր չափանիշ եւ որակ սահմանել եւ հուսով եմ, որ դա նաեւ ուղենշային կլինի հայաստանյան մյուս բուհերի համար, որոնք նույնպես իրականացնում են լրագրողական կրթություն։ Մենք կարծում ենք, որ այս ծրագրի շահառուները մեծ հաշվով լինելու են ոչ միայն կրթաթոշակից օգտվող ուսանողները կամ այս ծրագրում ներգրավված ուսանողները, այլ մեր հանրությունը եւ թույլ տվեք ասել նաեւ պաշտոնյաները, որոնք աշխատանքի վերումով հաճախ շփվում են լրագրողների հետ եւ ինչքան ավելի որակյալ հարցեր ու ինչքան ավելի որակյալ շփում լինի, դա նաեւ մեծացնում է մեր հանրության հնարավորությունները ստանալու տեղեկատվություն, լսելու օբյեկտիվ եւ ճշմարիտ քննադատություն եւ նաեւ հասկանալու ինչ է կատարվում։ Հասկանալ ինչ է կատարվում այս օրերին շատ բարդ է, շատ են անորոշությունները, շատ են խնդիրները եւ հաճախ նույնիսկ ամբողջ տեղեկատվական դաշտը պատկերացնելով դժվար է եզրահանգումներ անել եւ հենց այդ պատճառով էլ այսօր լինել լրագրող չափազանց բարդ ու պատասխանատու գործ է։ Ու ես հույս ունեմ, որ բոլոր այն ուսանողները, որոնք կլինեն այս ծրագրի շահառու, կլինեն նաեւ այն որակյալ եւ օբյեկտիվ լրագրողները, որոնք առաջ կտանեն նաեւ լրագրողական դաշտի որակը ամբողջ Հայաստանում։ Շնորհավորում եմ բոլորի, շնորհակալություն։
Thank you, Minister Andreasyan. And now invite Deputy Assistant Secretary, Mr. Rafiq Mansour, to deliver his opening remarks.
Madam Minister, Madam Ambassador, Mr. President, friends, and I really mean that because I see many friendly faces here today, people that I have not seen perhaps in a few years. It feels like a bit of homecoming for me today because I served and lived in Armenia before, and I am quite familiar with AUA. I've been here many times before, I've spoken to students before, and it's delightful to be part of an organization, the US government, State Department, that has partnered with this university since the very independence of Armenia. So I feel that the history of this country, the history of this university, and the contribution from the US government all come together today. So I'm truly delighted to be with all of you. The United States is indeed proud to support this new university partnership between the American University of Armenia and Washington State University, to create a center for excellence in journalism here in Armenia, which is a major milestone not only for the US-Armenia relationship, but also in development of Armenia's media sector, which is very important, as the minister just pointed out. A free, diverse, and independent press is a fundamental pillar of any successful democracy. A free press holds those in power accountable, it gives a voice to the voiceless, ensures that citizens are empowered with the facts, and helps to build society's resilience to disinformation. By supporting the education of next generation of Armenia's journalists, this new master's program is an investment in Armenia's democratic development and will serve as yet another example of why Armenia has been called a democratic bright spot in a difficult region of the world. It is also yet another example of the strong ties between our countries based on shared democratic values. The ties between the people of Armenia and the United States are strong and getting stronger. Supporting this university partnership affirms the United States' commitment to investing in international cooperation, educating the next generation of journalists, supporting Armenia's democratic development, and promoting greater understanding between our people. Once again, congrats on the signing of this agreement. I'm truly delighted to be here with you today. Cheers.
Thank you, Mr. Mansour. Now I invite Professor Lawrence Pintak to deliver his speech.
Thank you so much. Thanks to all of the dignitaries. I won't name everyone again. I am so pleased to be standing here today. This relationship with AUA is a crown jewel in WSU's commitment to bolstering journalism education excellence around the world, and my personal commitment to this. It's worth noting that this center was inspired by another center in Pakistan that was funded by the United States government, and I had the honor of being involved in, and that in turn was inspired by a center at the American University in Cairo that I ran 20 odd years ago and was funded by USAID. So all of this underlines, I don't work for the US government, but it does underline the commitment of the US government to journalism education and quality journalism. Armenia is very lucky that Jennifer McAndrews is based here now and came up with the idea for this because Jennifer had been in Pakistan and was inspired by that program. So Armenia benefits from her presence here, and Armenian journalism benefits from her presence here. Our College of Communication carries the name Edward R. Murrow. That's an iconic name in American journalism. His reporting in World War II became a model for ethical, compassionate, and balanced journalism in times of conflict. His style of journalism is what we hope this new graduate degree and the short workshops for working journalists will foster here in Armenia. The intention of AUA and WSU in this partnership is to build a program that immerses young Armenian journalists not just in the craft of journalism, the skills of writing, reporting, and communicating, but in the critical issues facing Armenian society. Because you can't report about society if you don't understand how society works. Our vision is that this degree will expose young journalists to critical societal issues and the workings at the center of power: politics, the environment, technology, business, international relations, and so on, while at the same time honing critical thinking, bolstering their ability to see through mis and disinformation, what we've always called propaganda, and building their capacity to analyze and clearly present complicated issues. The goal is to provide and help produce a generation of journalists committed to fair, balanced, honest, and factual reporting. I've helped to build journalism programs on various continents. Yeah, I have a PhD in all of that. But in reality, I'm a journalist masquerading as an academic. And so that means that most of my career has been as an international correspondent, too often, sadly, covering wars, including Nagorno-Karabakh in the early 90s. So I know that journalism is not about theory. Let me repeat that. Journalism education is not about theory. It should not be something taught by people who have never been in a newsroom. It is a craft, it is a skill, but it's also a calling. In America, we say that to be a journalist, you have to have fire in the belly. And that's even more true here in Armenia, where the physical and emotional stakes for journalists are so high. Those future journalists with fire in the belly are what we hope we will have in this program. they're the ones we will welcome. There are many ways to make a lot of money. And as the journalist here will tell you, journalism is not one of them. But I like to think there is no better way to help shape society, to give voice to the voiceless, and to speak truth to power on behalf of a nation. However, as our college's namesake, Edward R. Murrow, said more than a half century ago, to be persuasive, we must be believable. To be believable, we must be credible. And to be credible, we must be truthful. And that is what this program is all about. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Professor Pintak. So I just proceed now with introducing the project in a bit more details. As we said, it entails the development of an MA program in journalism, as well as the creation of a Center for Excellence in Journalism in Armenia. The project aims to support current and future journalists with the knowledge and skills to have a positive impact on the journalism sector in Armenia and beyond. We would like to prepare a cadre of professional journalists who can contribute with high-quality professional journalism aligned with international standards and best practices in the field. The strategic goal of the project is to support the development of the media sector. We believe that responsible journalism is important to democracy, and that as an academic institution, we have a central role in fighting misinformation and disinformation. We would like to impact the media landscape in Armenia and beyond through preparing quality journalists, training professionals, conducting research, as well as engaging in outreach activities. We would like to have our contribution in generating more informed and engaged citizenry. Today, the College of Humanities and Social Sciences at AUA hosts 9 academic programs and 3 research centers. We engage our students in liberal arts, creativity, discovery, and innovation. The college is home for scholars in humanities and social sciences, ranging from political scientists to historians, anthropologists, and others. A number of our colleagues contribute to innovative and world-class research. We value interdisciplinary research and understand its importance for addressing complex and ill-defined problems at the local, regional, and global levels. This project will contribute to further diversifying the academic portfolio of the college and thus providing new possibilities for us as we prepare students to become civic and professional leaders. Additionally, as the university is currently developing its strategic plan for the next 10 years, and as we are envisioning campus expansion, the MA program and the Center for Excellence will eventually find their new home in the Edward and Pamela Avedisian Building for Humanities and Social Sciences that will soon start being constructed. This is a remarkable moment in the history of the college. Through launching this partnership with Washington State University's Murrow College of Communication, the project will provide new opportunities for our faculty and students to engage in collaboration, creativity, research, and innovation. This will be possible through resource sharing between the 2 institutions, faculty exchanges, student internship experiences in the United States, trainings for working journalists, and so on. I am grateful for this collaboration and excited about the possibilities that it will provide for our faculty and students. I take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the Department of State as well as the U.S. Embassy in Armenia for this grant. I look forward to our collaboration on this project in the coming 4 years, and I hope we could gather here again in the future to celebrate important milestones of this project. Last but not least, I thank the Ministry of Education, Science, Culture, and Sports of the Republic of Armenia for the continuous support and encouragement. Thank you for your attention. I now invite President Bruce Boghosian and Professor Lawrence Pintak for signing a memorandum of understanding between the American University of Armenia and Washington State University. Gentlemen, please.
I'm left-handed. We'll let them fill it in, right?
November 30th. And if we could please grab a photo, please, Madam Ambassador, Mr. Deputy
So who do we
Secretary.
present the pens to?
I'll take the pens. If you may please stand right over here and please join them. Perfect. Thank you.